You know, you could almost hear Republicans across the country just breathing a sigh of relief after this lady won, Debbie Lesko, winning Arizona's congressional special election. She's expected, by the way, to join the House Freedom Caucus. If so, she would become its first female member. The Arizona Republican Congresswoman-elect Debbie Lesko with us now. Congresswoman-elect, congratulations. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You know, there were so many concerns about your race and, that you wanted to win, obviously, right. But there was this tide going where it wasn't happening that way. So very quickly, Democrats and many in the establishment media said, yeah, but you didn't win by the same margin that, Donald Trump had won your district. So how do you answer that and the high expectations that were had?
Well, I certainly wish I would have won by more, but the bottom line is I won. And what's not being said is that my Democrat opponent spent over $1 million on false TV attack ads against me, and I didn't go back and attack her. So I think that has to be put in play as well. But hey, I won, and I'm a congresswoman, and I'm going to continue to work hard for the constituents in the West Valley of Phoenix area in Arizona. And I'm going to be going to Congress soon and being sworn in probably on May 7th.
Oh,
so
that's soon. That's soon. Have
yes.
you heard from the president at all?
I did. It was very exciting. He called me yesterday morning. We had a really good conversation. We talked a lot about, he congratulated me, and we talked a lot about Arizona and politics and how the race went. And it was a good, long conversation, and I really appreciated it. I asked him if I could go meet him in the Oval Office. He said, sure. And so I'm going to take him up on that.
Well, la-da-dee-da, aren't you a big cheese? But in all seriousness, and congratulations on that. It was quite a heroic effort because it was looking dicey, as you pointed out. But, a lot of people are looking at this saying, given the closeness of your race in a very strong Republican area, it still might, be telegraphing problems for Republicans in November. Do you buy that? I clearly know what you're saying about a win is a win, and you're right. A win is a win. But that Republicans have been having a devil of a time in a lot of these contests. Obviously, what's happened in Pennsylvania with a few of those contests, and in Alabama, special situations all. But all have been worrisome for Republicans. What do you think?
Well, I sure think that Republicans need to continue to be energized and become more energized. I mean, I guess it's normal for the party that's not in power to be energized because they want to take back the majority. They want to take back the majority in the House and the Senate and take back the presidency. But, I'm going to work hard to make sure that doesn't happen because I want to be a congresswoman in a majority Congress, and I want a Republican president that's doing a good job.
You want to join the Freedom Caucus? That's, I think, 40 conservative congressmen strong, but I stress all men. You would be the first woman.
Yeah, isn't that something? I don't know if I'd be the first woman, but I think I'd be going to be the only woman right now.
Only woman now, yeah.
Yes, yeah. My congressman, Trent Franks, who resigned, he was a member of the Freedom Caucus, and almost all of the congressmen from Arizona are members of the Freedom Caucus that are Republicans.
Well, so all of those members, too, as you know, voted against the $1.3 trillion spending measure that the president lambasted. The president wants to rescind a lot of that spending. When I talked to Mitch McConnell, the Senate Majority Leader, he says he can't do that. It's really not wise, and he agreed to it, or certainly his people agreed to it prior, so too late. What do you say?
Well, the part that I liked about it is that it increased funding for the military and gave raises to our troops and military. I really like that. Of course, the thing I don't like about it is that it increases the deficit. So if I was there, I would have fought for more maybe cutting in areas where there's wasteful spending so that we're not keeping on increasing the debt. We can't continue to sustain this. We have to do something to cut spending. I certainly, though, like the tax cuts that we did. It's good for America, it's good for the economy, and it's good for my congressional district.
All right, we'll watch closely. Congratulations again, Congresswoman-elect.
Thank you.